Welcome to the Viking Liner instructional video. The following steps provided are intended to aid and guide you to achieve the best results for your battle-ready truck bed. Before starting, make sure you have the following items: acetone, clean cotton rags, a power screwdriver, a 3-foot wide roll of masking paper, a roll of 2-inch wide masking tape, trim wire tape, side cutters to cut the trim wire, an OFA razor knife, a medium grit emery cloth, plastic sheeting for trucks and small SUVs, an air drive angle polisher with a 6-inch abrasive cup brush, a blowgun, 2 side benches 2 feet wide, 6 feet long, and 2 feet high, 1 padded bench 1 foot wide by 3 feet long and 2 feet high to rest the tailgate on, 2 sturdy paper cups to support the access panel from the tailgate, and finally, your personal protective equipment. Remove the antenna and fold in the mirrors so the plastic sheeting will not get caught or ripped. Unroll the plastic sheeting from waist level to the floor. Step on the sheeting and roll it over the roof of the truck. The plastic sheeting is necessary to protect the cab from any coating overspray and also protects the cab from being covered with paint dust during sanding operation. Remove any debris and moisture from the truck box, as the liner needs to adhere evenly. Make sure there is absolutely no moisture, as the coating will chemically react and form blisters. You will need 7 pieces of masking paper to cover all exposed surfaces of the truck. You will need to pre-cut 6 of these. The first piece will be wide enough to cover the rear of the cab. Place this piece on the roof. The next 4 pieces will be 2 feet longer than the bed of the truck. Place these inside the bed of the truck. The 6th piece should be a foot longer than the tailgate is wide. Spread the tailgate paper across the open tailgate and center it. Apply the 2-inch wide masking tape to the edge of the paper, leaving 1 inch extending past the edge of the paper. Apply the tape paper to the top edge of the tailgate. Remove any bolts or access panels from the tailgate so that they can be removed in the future for maintenance of the internal linkages. Otherwise, spraying over the panel will never allow access, as it will seal it. Set the bolts and panels aside in a safe place. Remove the tailgate, making sure to unplug any connected wires, such as backup camera and power locks. Set the tailgate on the padded bench. Tuck any support cables and wires out of the way using masking tape if necessary. Apply trim wire along the edge of the tailgate, framing the area to be coated. Remove the backing paper from the trim wire, revealing the exposed side of the double-sided tape. Adhere the edge of the masking paper to the trim wire tape and secure the corners with small pieces of masking tape. The tailgate is now masked. Using the emery cloth, carefully sand 1 inch back from the trim wire around the perimeter of the tailgate, making sure not to damage the trim wire. Attach with 2 small pieces of masking tape, front and back, one of the 4 pieces of pre-cut paper from the truck box along the bottom section of the box, about halfway up the wheel. Use some of the excess paper to cover the tailgate linkage. Repeat the process for the other side. Climb into the bed of the truck. Spread the paper on the roof flat across the roof and apply the 2-inch masking tape along the edge facing you, leaving 1 inch of tape extending past the edge of the paper. Pick up the taped edge and fold over so that the sticky 1 inch is facing up. Take this edge and place it against the outside edge of the front panel of the bed, forming a trough or gutter shape. The tape should be a 1/2 inch down from the top of the panel. This will prevent the masking from being glued in place by the coating, making for easy removal of the paper. Secure the top corners of paper to the cab with small pieces of masking tape. Now unfurl the back edge of the plastic sheeting and place it over the paper on top of the cab. Secure with masking tape at the corners. Apply masking tape along the length of the bottom edge of the inside of the bed rail. Attach one of the 2 remaining pieces of paper to the tape covering the top half of the truck bed. Secure the front edges of paper on the rails with masking tape. Repeat on the other side. Secure the back edge of the plastic sheeting already in place along the back of the cab with masking tape. Unfurl the plastic sheeting to cover the entire cab of the truck. Secure it with masking tape. Apply the trim wire along the back edge of the truck bed framing area. Cut the tape of the trim wire, making sure not to cut the wire where it meets the corner to enable a 90-degree turn. Adhere the rear edges of masking paper to the trim wire on the corner uprights. Using emery paper, sand along the edges of the trim wire and along the top edge of the front panel. Do not use the polisher and cup brush along the top edge of the front panel to prevent paint damage to the back of the cab. Put on your protective clothing, safety glasses, and dust mask. Sand all surfaces that will be coated, including the tailgate and panels, using the angle polisher and cup brush. The coating requires a rough surface to allow proper adhesion. You'll just need to scratch all the surfaces to remove the smoothness of the original paint. After the sanding is complete, blow the dust off using a blowgun. Using a clean cloth wetted with acetone, wipe all the surfaces clean and dust-free. Attach the final piece of masking paper to the trim wire across the back of the truck bed, covering the rear bumper. Secure the ends with masking tape. Place the side benches against both sides of the box, covering the wheels. This will act as a platform from where you will spray the inside of the box. The truck is now ready to be sprayed. Ensure the spray tip of the gun is clean. Attach the air hose and put on your mask. Turn on the supplied air breathing system. Turn on the fluid valves to the gun. Test the spray into a cardboard box to ensure the material is setting correctly. Start by spraying the tailgate and panel. Spray the edges framing the tailgate with 10 coats. Be aware that the edges of the surfaces need a thicker amount of coating, as they are small areas and are prone to deeper scuffs in the future. The remaining area needs only 50% of coating, as it is wider and less prone to any lifting. Coat the remaining area with 4 coats of material. Stand back and sprinkle with mist to create an even textured surface. Use a smooth side-to-side motion to ensure evenness. Put the access panel on the floor on top of 2 sturdy paper cups for support, preventing the panel from being glued to the floor. Apply 4 coats of material to the panel. Texture as before and make sure to do the edges first so that no original paint shows. Inside the truck box, spray 10 coats over the rear edge of the bed. Spray the front panel with 2 coats. Spray 3 coats under the rails on both sides of the bed. Stand on the side bench and apply 2 coats to the top edge of the front panel. Spray 2 coats on the opposite wall and 3 coats to the wheel well. Spray 2 coats onto the floor of the bed. Now repeat the entire process from the other side of the bed. This will double the coating to 4 on the actual floor. Texture the entire truck bed. Your trimming must be done immediately after spraying. Pull the trim wire firmly and quickly at a 90-degree angle. You'll want the cut to be at 90 degrees to the surface. Speed is your friend as it cuts much easier if the action is quick, allowing a much easier trimming process. The slower it's done, the more prone to any problems. Be very careful as the wire can cut you. Remove all the paper and plastic. Reattach the tailgate, wiring, panel, and bolts. Congratulations, your job is now complete.